This is our
I need a piece on the jackets. What's the background?
Whole blue coat thing. There's 15, and what that represents is on the team you got 15 people starting, each side. So it represents the starters. But what's cool about these, and actually today's a special day. People started this just having a fun club jacket to have, but at some point in the 80s they started passing them down.
80s?
80s.
So that's why that jacket looks.
This is why this one's so old and washed out, and it's been fixed and whatnot. And
let me see the hams. I'm sorry.
Newer, yeah, absolutely. Ham's the beer refreshing. That's why it's the team beer. But so they started handing them down, and today actually it's a banquet for our team. So it's an event later. We will gather around, and all the seniors that are graduating. So myself will pick someone to pass the coat on.
Transfer the jacket.
So to keep it going. And
okay.
Different traditions and
crazy coat. What's this one then?
This one has a couple names. It's like the leadership coat, the travel coat. As you can see, like people have left patches where they've been and stuff. And when you leave with your coat too, you leave your name as well. So
fantastic.
A lot of these guys are here today, and
So you're wearing one. What's your name and
my name's Chris.
And what year?
I'm a senior.
So you also
president.
Okay, and again, I'm coming in kind of naive because you got 15 of these floating around.
And the current other off-color ones, like right here, this white coat.
Okay.
It's not technically a blue coat.
Looking at the coat.
But it is a coat for the team.
We have two.
Jesus Medina, and I'm graduating 2025
Oh, wow. Okay. Good.
Sure. Nick Mann's Lucky Charms 2015.
And what is, not to get too sappy on this, what does rugby, St. John's Rugby mean to you guys?
It's a brotherhood, right?
That's right.
Well, my kid was a golfer, so this looks like a whole different gig than golf. Oh, my goodness. Name and...
Tony Bauer, nickname Tony Bauer, graduated 13/14. This is more than a family. People I never thought I would hang out with are now my best friends, best mans and weddings, and apparently people I enjoy hanging out with occasionally.
Casey Walsh, nickname Booze Hound, reluctantly.
I don't see one of these in your hands.
I know, well, it's because I haven't been offered one.
Can I see that?
Hasn't been offered, he's already had 6.
2016 two-time national champion with this guy and that guy.
No kidding.
Yeah, and rugby to me is life. I wouldn't have been here without it.
Fantastic.
And, we have such great memories, and I'm just so happy to see this club continue to grow.
What year were the championships?
2013 and 14.
Fantastic.
Third place in 2015, Elite 8 in 2016 or 2015.
Name, graduating year, and what does rugby mean to you guys up here, if you don't mind?
I'm Kyle, nickname Cub. I graduated in 2020, and to me, rugby is my family. It's been in our blood since Dad played in college, and that's the reason I came to St. John's.
Fantastic. Thank you. You mind? Yeah, bring it in. If you're with him.
Benny's?
Absolutely. Hey, my kid's marrying a Benny's, so I'm in.
I'm Jay, Grandpa. What year did I leave here? Graduated. 1988.
So, are you a grandpa, or is that your nickname?
That was my nickname back when I wasn't young.
How do you get a nickname as Grandpa when you're young? I wouldn't have to put it on film, but I was always curious about that. And you?
I'm Kelly Sharkey. I'm Shark. 89.
Love it. Thank you.
How's it going?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Give me a name, graduating year, and what rugby means to you up here at St. John's.
I'm Seamus. Jack O'Brien. Either way. What was the second question?
Graduating class.
2023. Not this year. Next year.
All right. And what does St. John's Rugby mean to you?
I've had 15 best friends since the day I walked onto this campus. Since day one, I've had the guys that are the best friends that I've had.
That's awesome. I'm just learning today that there's 15 on the team, and can I see the names on the jacket?
Yeah, mine's cool because it's got a lot of the names on it. And a bunch of the guys are here. Cubs around, Bears around. A bunch of these guys are here.
And then, so you get this until you graduate?
Until I leave, yeah.
All right, then you got to give it up.
And then you hand it down,
Turn
Put
around,
another name underneath it.
Let me see the back. Fantastic. Thank you. All I want is a name and a graduating year.
Mike Madden.
Thank you.
I graduated in 79.
Okay, that's what I want to hear. Can you tell me, I know I already caught you now too much, what does rugby, St. John's Rugby mean to you?
Well, it was a fantastic experience from day one to day whatever it is now.
Many days later.
Yeah, many days later. Really good people that pick you up and carry you. It's nice.
Good.
Really cool.
Meet you real quick.
Yeah, Bobby Walsh, 08.
What does rugby mean to you up here?
Rugby means friendship, tradition, hilarity.
That's a new one. I haven't heard hilarity. Good word.
Dan Beck, Cocklock. What do you want?
Graduating class?
08.
Thank you.
This is opened up a whole new world for me. No doubt. I just there'd be like nothing else I've ever experienced.
Rah-rah.
Thank you. Can I get a name and year?
Joe Feldmeyer, 2010. And rugby.
out there, dude.
Huge part of me still.
You lost like 50 pounds.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Mike Rankins, class of 2010, and rugby's the best group of guys that I ever played with, and I'll play with them for the rest of my life.
Well, I'm Bob Walsh, class of 81. This is Kevin Gray, class of 82.
Kevin Gray, class 82.
Bill Morant, class of 81.
Thank you.
Rugby's been very, very good to me.
I like it.
The camaraderie of the lifelong friendships that you make through this club and this organization at generational levels is something that you don't see in any other sport, in my opinion.
Who's the cook? Well,
One of the coaches here, actually.
yeah, but are you rugby, obviously?
Gilbert, yeah.
Name?
Garrett, nickname Gilbert.
Graduating class?
Graduated in 2015 with a bonus semester. Good time. Was on the 2 national championship teams.
I just learned about those. 13 and
14.
Back to back?
Yes, sir.
I heard 15, you even finished second?
15 was third place.
Third place, okay.
Yeah, we lost to Cal Maritime, I think.
So how many national championships does rugby have?
We have 2 national championships, 5 Final Fours in the last 10 years.
2 of them, and you're on both.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
But they still got you cooking hamburgers.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here for the people.
Big class. Right.
Ethan, Peanut, 2024.
Thank you. What does rugby mean to you?
Whole lot. I like to say it's the best decision I had here at St. John's.
Fantastic.
Joel Ryan, graduating 2024, and it's been a brotherhood and the best way to spend Saturdays.
Love that one.
Jamie Ozuna, class of 2024, and just rugby. You know, it's just a community, very tight knit, and like you said, a brotherhood.
Grady Shirts, class of 2025. Rugby's been really great for me. Getting friends, finding friends, staying in that brotherhood, and just developing yourself as a man and as a player.
Fantastic. Well stated. And where are y'all from? High school?
I went to Mountain View High School.
Sam Douglas, I'm class of 2011.
And who's this?
This is Catherine Douglas. Hi.
I'm Scott Johnson. I teach at St. John's.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Never played rugby. Just been the advisor for it.
Yeah. Tony Tanucci would have graduated in 2021.
Thank you.
Brian Molitor, 2020.
Love it. What does rugby mean to you up here?
Rugby to me, it's community. It's coming together and sharing this common bond of like, we struggle together, but then afterwards, both teams come together and we say, hey, great game.
Or even the opponents.
Yeah, especially the opponents. You come back and you go, hey, I remember that tackle. Here's on back and you go, hey, I remember that tackle. Here's on back and you go, hey, I remember that tackle. Here's a beer.
Steve Burrs, I was on the inaugural team back in 67, 68.
Congratulations. I say that with the hams in my hand.
And I have decided I no longer will play. I played.
You're not playing today?
No.
Okay.
I played when I was 62. That's enough.
Good. Love it.
Dave Merce, 71.
Okay.
And I played 2 years.
Good. And then, so what was the inaugural year again?
67, 68.
All right, so you were in the early stages of this as well.
Hi, Greg GT Mers, younger brother to Steve, who was on the first rugby team here at St. John's University. And before he left to go into the Marines, he told me when I got done with football in the fall that I should look these guys up. There's a new game in town, it's called rugby, and you are gonna love it. So that's the first part of it. The second part is I owe a lot to rugby, even beyond St. John's, because I met my wife at a rugby party, St. John's versus the University of Minnesota.
And she was on the University of Minnesota side?
Well, she wasn't on their side. They just were from a school of all girls that were used to signs going up on their doors that said free beer for you and food. And so she was there with some of her friends, and I just happened to
catch her out. Remember, we're on camera. Just
yes.
remember on camera.
I caught her eye, brought her a beer and a hot dog. It was big time, University of Minnesota type pregame stuff. So that was the night before. Later we would go out and we just completed celebrating on St. Patrick's Day of 2022. We just celebrated our 50th wedding anniversary. 6 children, 14 grandkids, and we all still love rugby.
89. Got talked into playing rugby because I've lived with a couple of ruggers here, these two guys. Senior year, separated my shoulder fall season, couldn't play the spring season, I was done. But I like to drink beer.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah. I fit right in.
So I've been here half an hour, talked to a lot of people. I haven't heard the term rugger yet. Yeah. So they're ruggers. It's good to know.
I don't know. I'm Hooch, class of '89 also, and lived with him and a few others, and from what I remember, I enjoyed my time playing rugby.
Again, I got a beer in the hand.
And another beer.
All right. Thank you.
I'm Robbie Rankin. I played with Joe O'Brien. In fact, I played football with Glardy for 2 years.
Nice.
And then played rugby until I was 42.
How did Glardy take that quitting to go to rugby?
You'd have to ask him.
That's going to be...
Dave Cartier, honker, class of '90, and I gave it up after that. My knees didn't hang out. But,
how many years did you play?
Just all 4. Yeah,
okay.
Just during school.
So you don't do this stuff anymore?
I'm a spectator now.
Good. I like the hams. Well played. Name, graduating year, a little bit about what you remember.
J. Chip Romer, class of 1990, 4-year player, loved it, loved St. John's. I'm back here from Ohio, and love these guys. I found my tribe. I can't believe how big it's grown.
I'm looking around here. Do you get back every year for that?
I'd say every 2, 3, 4 years.
Good.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm glad you made this one.
What's only when we let them back in.
That's right. When the warrants quiet down.
When the homeless statute of limitations. 1989. I played rugby with that Grog over there for many years, and then a little bit after. What can I say about this crew of dudes? They're awesome. We keep getting together. We must like each other, so that's the good part about it.
Well stated.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
Sure. Hey, Joe O'Brien, class of '87, St. John's Rugby tradition, friends, just last forever. Really awesome. 55th anniversary. Love everybody. Look at Jack.
Abby is my name, Matt Abernathy, and I graduated in '08.
Thank you.
And what I took away? It's a good question. From St. John's and St. John's Rugby, I took away, the memories of some of the best guys you'll ever meet on this planet, from all sort of walks of life and all sort of different sort of backgrounds and thought processes, and it was just good guys that always had your back, no matter what. So
love it.
Okay. Yep. So I'm Gert, class of '08. This was my original jacket. The jacket I got was passed down from a player named Headhunter. Unfortunately, it was a size small. I'm not a size small, so they retired that one.
I didn't know they had size small in rugby.
Yeah, he was a little dude. They called him Headhunter because he's a little guy who liked to go make some hits after the whistle. But they gave me one of these down in Savannah, and now there's about 10 names after me, so it's certainly making me feel older. Love coming up here. I actually was one of the few guys who came into St. John's Rugby with college experience playing rugby. So it was nice to, get my whole floor Mary 3 between me and Margarine Brossard. They call him Margarine. His name is Matt. We kind of got a lot of the guys on Mary 3 who are here today, and we're a big part of the 2004 to 2008 teams that Had some successful years. We actually played the University of Michigan in the Midwest Finals and lost by 1 try. So
big school.
Yeah, huge school. And now St. John's is doing some big things, winning championships and
13, 14 was it when they got a couple championships?
Yep, they certainly did against some. I think it was definitely Duke they talked about, and maybe Denver, I think, or maybe that was the team they just played this year. But yeah, Tammy's done a great job. I came to the team when Tammy Cowan. She came my sophomore year, I believe, and we brought her on for the full junior year, and she's been still the coach here.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for that.
Tyler Sabertooth Kinsella, 2011. I love rugby. It gives me some, just like my buddy Bugs here said, best friends of my life, and great memories, great friends to come back to, and go Johnnies.
That's awesome. Now, I got to ask, I've heard a lot of nicknames. Where's Saber? That's the first one I'm going to ask about. Sabertooth.
Sabertooth. They thought I looked like Sabertooth from X-Men when I was a sophomore.
All right. And stuck forever.
Yes, stuck forever.
Else
and I can think of worse nicknames that have come about. So
and I bet you were called some, but we'll keep them off camera. Thanks, Sabertooth.
Of course. Lee King, nicknamed Lager, graduated in 2013, and took away learning the awesome sport of rugby.
Love it, love it. And I just asked, where'd the nickname come from? Is it rugby related, or did it come?
It's rugby related.
Can I put it on camera as a question?
Yeah. It's good enough. So we had our spring break trip down to Texas, Galveston, Texas, and we got a lot of free beer, and I read the tap label, and it said lager. I'm like, all right. So it says Lager. I gotta remember, it's Lager beer. So I went back and I'm like, we got 10 free pitchers of Lager beer. And that's where it came from, instead of being lager.
I love it. I've never heard the word Lager, and that's why I didn't associate it to a nickname, and you earned it.
So,
well earned. Thank you.
Jacob, uncle, class of 2021, and it hurts to get hurt.
Tony, class of 2021, and I don't remember a lot, but I had fun.
That's perfectly stated. I think that's the best thing I've heard. You're not supposed to remember much, but you're supposed to have fun.
That's rugby.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you.
I graduated in 2008, St. John's Rugby. Most of the guys that I still hang out with, 14 years later? Most of the guys I still hang out with are guys that I know from St. John's Rugby. I don't know, it's a great fraternal. Like, as you get older, you see people, you go to events where you see people that you don't see a lot, and I don't usually get excited about seeing them, but for St. John's, I genuinely get excited about seeing the St. John's Rugby guys.
Perfectly stated. That's perfectly stated. I get what you're coming, except I'm not a rugby guy, but I get it.
Okay, all right.
Well
That's
played.
why. That's
Gotta graduate. Thank you.
John O'Malley, class of 81. Rugby meant some of my best friendships that lasted my whole life so far.
You got some of them up here today, obviously.
More than a few of them are up here today.
Love it.
How about Tommy Miller from 72? One of the originals that played up here at St. John's. My brother of mine. He got me going on rugby.
And I just learned from somebody it started in 68 or 67?
67, I think.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Mom was just after that.
So when's the last time, when's the last time either of you have played in the alumni deal?
That would be in the last millennium.
5 years ago.
Good answer. I need to know I keep seeing the jerseys swapping out. What's going on with the jerseys?
Eric Pearson, Big E. I'm 06. Jerseys is just rolling subs.
Okay.
If you're tired, switch it out. Grab the next.
You don't have enough jerseys for everybody.
It depends on sizes and things like that too.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Not as many fat guys wearing the same.
Did I get a name of the graduating?
Tim Havner, class of 2019.
Perfect. Thank you.
Matt Thune, class of 2016, nickname Wine Shot or Weasel Grease. Family is definitely a huge part of the rugby to me. My older brother brought me to St. John's to play rugby, and obviously all the friends you meet become family afterwards.
Wonderful. Thank you. I'm not going to bug you on the second one, but what's Wine Shot? Where's that come from?
My brother, who is 3 years older than me, his nickname is Pooh Bear. But he was also Winebag before Pooh Bear.
Okay.
And I was much smaller than my brother, so they called him Winebag, I was Wine Shot.
Perfect. That's a great answer. I'm glad I asked. Who's this?
Steve Pfefferly, 1981.
And what has rugby done for you out here?
It's changed my life.
Love that answer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rugby has changed my life.
That's the best answer I've heard. I've heard the word family numerous times. That's fantastic.
Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone in spite of the fact